Hello, I'm David Sego, and this is my executive summary for the Nashville Airbnb market analysis. Here are a few of the points I'll be covering today. So I've gone over a database of over 8,800 Airbnb listings in the Nashville area for Aggie investments looking for potential acquisition opportunities. I've put this data through some preparation, data understanding, and data modeling throughout the semester, all with the goal of identifying price drivers, guest satisfaction factors, and of course the target property segments for investment. So to prepare this data set, I cleaned several inconsistent fields, handled missing variables, and removed personally identifiable information such as host names and ID. Next, I transformed a few variables like bed and bathrooms, which had a few different formats, and I've changed that into numerical data. For analysis of this data, I use descriptive statistics, visualizations, correlation analysis, association rule mining, and clustering analysis. And we'll see a bit of that later on in the slides. And finally, I documented some assumptions and limitations that came from structurally missing data. This is just an example of some of the cleaned data that I came with that were affected by either skewness or by outliers. So in looking at these correlations and associations based on this heat map of the Spearman correlation, we found some key findings. First, that superhosts are 7.7% more likely than average to receive good ratings. Listings where the host managed several properties also received better ratings. And finally, the higher priced listings were about a 3.3% chance more to get a good value score. Our findings were that larger properties consistently produced higher prices and better reviews. Superhost managed listings outperformed non-superhost listings. And finally, the higher price does not reduce value perception. Guests are willing to pay more for quality. So to interpret this data, there's four main points. The size matters. Host quality matters. We're looking for superhosts. Neighborhood differences exist, so in different areas produce better results. And finally, listing structure matters. So whether they're private rooms or entire homes, they show a variance in that. So my recommendation to Aggie investments are just looking through these different clusters. We've identified differences in these properties. Cluster 2 outperforms all others in almost all areas. So these are the high capacity units hosted by the Airbnb superhosts, and they stand out with their high revenue potential and their reliability and profitability as a market option. So we've looked through a few visualizers in the past, and here's just a repeat of this one. So we can see that this cluster of high-end large homes outperforms in their pricing. It exceeds expectations in review scores and the mean short term. So yeah, that is my recommendation to Aggie investments. Thank you.